Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, and this is a breakdown of Bad Boys Ride or Die. This movie is a hit, reuniting Martin Lawrence and Will Smith for the fourth time in the Bad Boys empire. And today I'm gonna break it down for you, all those missed details and hidden Easter eggs that maybe you might have missed out on. But first, a quick reminder to check out nerdride.shop, where you can always find the latest and greatest in New Rockstars merch. Gear up for the biggest movie of the summer. I'm talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I also think we got some Star Wars merch coming your way. Get it now, because the Acolyte is on. Grabbing some merch from nerdride.shop is a great way to support the channel and all the work that we do here breaking down these movies. If you want more Bad Boys, you gotta get some merch, or just yell at me, whichever one works. So let's get into this. Bad Boys Ride or Die is directed by Adil and Bilal, who worked previously on Snowfall, the unreleased Batgirl movie, and Miss Marvel. They also directed the last Bad Boys movie, Bad Boys for Life. After the success of Bad Boys for Life in 2020, Sony announced they're working on a fourth movie, with Chris Bremner returning to write it. Bad Boys Ride or Die still follows the two Miami detectives, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, this time 4 years after the death of Isabel from the last movie. They're now trying to clear the name of their captain, Conrad Howard, after he's falsely accused of conspiracy and working with the cartel. We start the movie like we usually do. Mike and Marcus are speeding in their car through Miami. Marcus complains and screams while Mike tries to get him to settle down. In the second movie, I think it began with like the KKK meetup, but this movie, like the last one, is Mike driving like a bat out of hell and Marcus claiming he needs Skittles. This song playing is Bad Boys by Sean Paul and Treno. This version is done in Spanish, and what I love about this movie is there are different covers and versions of the Bad Boys song throughout the movie. Before, they were racing for the delivery of Megan, Marcus's grandchild, in the last movie, but now they're late to Mike getting married. He's marrying new character Christine, played by Melanie Liburd. She's from This Is Us, who was his physical therapist after he was shot in the last movie. The wedding is officiated by author and self-help guru to the celebs, Jay Shetty, who also officiated Ben and J-Lo's wedding, so we're already getting a lot of great cameos. At the wedding, we see Dorn and Kelly, played by Alexander Ludwig from Vikings, and Vanessa Hudgens from Sucker Punch. You know I love Sucker Punch, and they're both making a return. They're members of the AMMO team. AMMO stands for Advanced Miami Metro Operations. They formed in the last movie and were a branch of Miami Police trained in like super intense stuff. Kelly is a weapons expert and Dorn is the group tech guy, even though he's just a big dumb himbo. There's no return for Charles Melton, though, who was a member of the team in the last movie. I don't know where he went. Probably after May, December, he's like, I'm gonna be doing crazier movies. Rita returns now as Captain Rita, who was formerly the head of AMMO, also Mike Lowry's ex, and I really like them together. Now she's dating Adam Lockwood, played by Ioan Gruffudd, who's AKA Mr. Fantastic, who is now an attorney currently running for mayor. During Marcus's wedding speech, he throws out a couple of past relationships that are little Easter eggs for the movies. He mentions the witch that blew you up, AKA Armando's mom, Isabel, from the last movie. The prostitute, that's Max Logan, and Marcus's sister Sydney from the second movie, played by Gabrielle Union, and she made me love the second movie. That's why the second movie is my favorite. Judy and Callie also attend the wedding. They are Captain Howard's daughter and granddaughter. Captain Howard was shot last movie by Armando in the neck, and Mike tried to save him, but he didn't survive. And this movie really expands on that death rather than making it look like an act of revenge. In this movie, they expand on the events of Bad Boys 2, connecting it to Howard's death and including Armando and the cartel from Bad Boys for Life. Captain Howard grew suspicious of everything after Bad Boys 2 and started looking into this whole mess between the Miami officials and the cartel, thus being put on Isabella's hit list, leading to Armando killing him. Not out of revenge, but because someone put a hit on him for sticking his nose into the Miami cartel business. Marcus toasts to Mike and Christine for life, like the movie's title, but also representing what this movie is really about, which is family for life. Family being blood, friends, and colleagues. It's kind of like Fast and the Furious, and this movie does feel a lot like Fast and the Furious. Then they dance to Vic's Wobble. This was the song of the summer at one point. It was very annoying. This is when Marcus starts dancing hard and has a heart attack. Respectfully, I like how they approach their health in this movie, because the Bad Boys, they're getting older. Yeah, Marcus always eats snacks, so it's like, of course, they're gonna have health issues by this time. And he has a heart attack at the wedding. We get this insane scene of Marcus crashing into the floor that turns into a pool of water, like passing into the afterlife. They try to resuscitate him, but he's unconscious. We see him descend in a beam of heavenly light. That's where he gets a vision of the captain talking to a parrot on a withered fallen tree branch on the beach. He says, "It's not your time," which will play a lot into many of the wild different parts in this movie. Marcus wakes up in the hospital, and it's been a couple weeks now. He asks what year it is, and Mike says Tuesday, and I just think this part is really hilarious. He tells Mike a storm is coming, and he's gonna be tested, and he's gonna have to make a really hard choice, which comes back full circle at the end of the movie. And this is why I love these movies so much. We have a helicopter in Miami that lands on top of a chill bachelor pad, and it's clearly the bad guys. The lead bad guy is actually played by Eric Dane, and when I saw him pop up, I said, "Cal from Euphoria? Ew, he's always evil." So essentially Cal, aka McGrath, is trying to use Captain Howard as a scapegoat and pledging all the criminal activity on him, but he's dead. So it clearly looks like he was framed, but it takes them a while in the movie to figure this out. Then we meet Marcus's family again, and he has a new wife actress. Tasha Smith plays Teresa Burnett, replacing Teresa Randall, who played the character in the last 3 films. We also see his daughter Megan and son-in-law Reggie, who completely wins me over in this movie. The night during a storm, we get Mike getting flashbacks from the last movie, his son killing the captain, and still fighting the realization that he actually has a son. In the last movie, he didn't know Armando even existed. It was like a pleasant surprise. Though he still wants to love him like his own son, it's just challenging when your estranged son like really hates you, because why wouldn't he hate you? You disappeared forever. So they planned that Captain Howard was directing this with the help from the cartel, since it looks like the money was going through his account. And all this animosity between Mike and his son make Judy, Captain Howard's daughter, calling Mike's son a bastard and threatening to kill him the first chance she gets pretty freaking harsh. So now they're all looking for the cartel. They visit Armando in prison. Hopefully he'll have some answers on the cartel, seeing as he worked with them and for them, and they worked for him as well and by proxy. This is when it's revealed in the movie that Captain Howard was added to Armando's mother's hit list, and he said your people wanted him dead. This takes us to the bad guys who have a man on the inside. He gets them to Howard's computer and everything's basically already wiped clean. However, trying to break in, they triggered a failsafe that sent a video to Mike's phone. The video message tells them not to trust anyone and that the Coke bottle giant is the key, aka Fletcher. Then Marcus does this really dumb thing where he walks into traffic, proving that he will never die, and during this dumb stunt, Mike is almost hit by Michael Bay. When I first saw this, I said, is that Michael Bay? Michael Bay is credited here as Porsche driver, and Michael Bay was also the original director for Bad Boys 1 and 2. Also, the black Porsche is the same car from the first Bad Boys movie. This also isn't the first cameo in the franchise that Michael Bay has made. He did return for a cameo in the 3rd movie as the MC at Megan's wedding. Then Mike looks at this black man that shrugs, and this is Hobby Lame from TikTok, that man that went viral for just his signature shrugs. He also did promo on his TikTok for the movie, so it probably follows up from that. Fletcher is played by John Sally. He appeared in the first Bad Boys movie. He was the hacker who got out of prison helping the Miami Police Department. He also appeared in Bad Boys 2, but we didn't see him in Bad Boys 3. And then, unfortunately, he dies, and we will never see him in Bad Boys, the franchise, ever again now. Can't Get Enough of Your Love by Barry White starts playing, and when he says, too much of anything isn't good enough for you, baby, Marcus is trying to eat all the jelly beans, and it is just so funny how it overlaps with what he's currently doing. It is a great scene. Jelly beans fall from this globe that's been shot, and he's mad that he accidentally ate a black jelly bean.
You had? No, black jelly bean. Nobody likes that shit.
And he starts drinking the fruit punch, and he's having a hard time converting to his healthy diet. That is his shtick in the movie, and honestly, it's kind of funny to me. The sugar rush made him stand up and go ballistic for just a moment though, and we have this very Bad Boy style shootout in an art club, and I love this shit. Is it really a Bad Boys movie if a neon lit club isn't being shot up? Didn't think so. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. If you use something every day, you want that thing to be awesome, right? Well, I sleep on my Helix mattress every night and can tell you from personal experience, it's awesome. And now you can get your own awesome Helix mattress for 20% off, plus 2 free pillows. Helix has a 100-night sleep trial, so you get more than 3 months to make sure that you love your mattress, and Helix Sleep Quiz makes getting the perfect mattress so easy. You just take the quiz and Helix finds the perfect mattress for you. I wanted a medium firm mattress with lumbar support that sleeps cool, and I got matched with the Dusk Luxe Helix mattress. I've had it for years now and it's fantastic. I fall asleep so fast and I wake up feeling so much more rested than I used to. Owning a Helix mattress is a major life upgrade. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, and the Helix Kid mattresses. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the US. The mattress comes rolled up in a little box and is super easy to set it up yourself. Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty, and with Helix's finance options and flexible payment plans, a great night's sleep is never far away. I love my Helix mattress, and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix Sleep. You can click the link below or go to helixsleep.com/rockstars to get 20% off your Helix mattress plus 2 free pillows. 2 free pillows. Mike keeps freezing, and this is from panic attacks since he's been shot. He now has little PTSD, and it's not really covered in depth like Marcus's heart attack is in the movie. It was a little off to me to add it in, but it makes sense that after almost 20 years they're having health issues like this. It just also felt like it was shoved in certain moments. It was kind of weird to throw it into the movie. But it makes sense, I guess, in the long term. Captain Howard mentions in his post-death video a bust back in 2003 in an ecstasy shipment. This is back from Bad Boys 2. Captain Howard kept the storage unit and all the paperwork is inside there. And this will prove that he's innocent. And I like how he ends the video saying, "You're my last hope," like it's Star Wars. In a helicopter, after gathering Mike's son from prison, their plane is ambushed and made to look like it's an attack. They crash land in a bed of water in the forest. The crash of the chopper during this scene was so Michael Bay coded. excited. Though Bay doesn't have much to do with the franchise anymore, the directors, cinematographer, and the production team definitely follow a lot of his original like bad boy techniques. The colorful, huge flares of action are just so Transformers. So now the media and the feds have flagged Marcus, Mike, and his son as wanted fugitives. Their home are being checked by the authorities, and the bad guys have now put a dead or alive $5 million bounty on their heads. On their journey out of the forest, they come across two problematic, very racist white men. They steal their clothes, and the men hold them at gunpoint, to which the men make them sing a single Reba song, just one, which they have a very hard time doing. And by the time they realize they can't really do it, Mike's son Armando jumpstarts their truck and escapes with them in tow. Then we get Reba, like the actual Reba, singing a new cover of the Bad Boys song. The soundtrack, honestly, phenomenal. They drive to Tabitha, who is played by Tiffany Haddish, and I hate to say it, but this scene is my favorite, and it is one of the funniest scenes in the movie, and I can't get into it on YouTube because it's also very inappropriate. The man that threatens them here is the rapper Joyner Lucas, first time in the franchise showing up, but also a great little cameo. And so now they're taken hostage by Tabitha's men, and the whole city of Miami, including the feds, want them dead. Not necessarily dead, they just want them in custody. A bunch of different men in different cars pull up shooting, and lo and freaking behold, is none other than DJ Khaled. Because how are you gonna have a movie in Miami without DJ Khaled? I don't know. DJ Khaled appeared in the third movie as Manny the Butcher, who used to be an informant. He swore he was done with criminal stuff, but it looks as soon as that $5 million bounty was sent out, he went right back in it. Fortunately, he dies immediately. So now they're trying to crash at Dorn's, our big himbo boy, and I like that Marcus just calls him Muscle Milk. We learn here that Eric Dane's character is really James McGrath that was deployed to Mexico until 2005. He worked with the DEA and was taken hostage by the cartel. He then gave up his entire team and was the only survivor. Marcus has cameras set up around his house, and through the monitoring system Ammo has, he glimpses at his family. This is when we get my second favorite scene of the movie, Reggie's redemption. Reggie has been labeled a loser, lazy, everything but a child of God, and now he's in his John Wick mode arc, and I love this for him. This is a Reggie redemption. His arc over the franchise is so well orchestrated, honestly, in my opinion. I thought the gag would be him messing up right here, but he did so well taking on these 15 men. Additionally, I love when action movies give us the single shot following someone through the house, like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Beyond Reggie becoming the shining star of this movie, I think the choreography, the camera work was so cold, so smooth here, and I'm just so proud that Reggie is finally getting the recognition he deserves. Unfortunately, Mike's family gets taken, though this triggers Mike into recognizing only a few people knew their whereabouts, one being Rita, who ain't no snitch, so it's definitely her boyfriend. So this is when it's revealed Lockwood and James McGrath have been working in conspiracy between the cartel and the Miami police. They've been allowing the transport of drugs in exchange for their assistance in monitoring the border. The drug trafficking in Bad Boys 2 is a part of the conspiracy in this movie, and as opposed to the others, this is all trying to connect all the films, which I can appreciate. Most of the Bad Boys movies are like standalones for themselves. This one is like, remember all the other Bad Boys, and I like that. They get into this elevator fight scene, and I really wanted to like it, but the camera and the lines from the elevator floors just didn't really cook like I wanted them to. And I feel like the scene could have been sicker, and it was certainly intense. It was just missing a little panache. Marcus starts singing Bad Boys, the key lyrics, the ones that we all know, and this leads into the song playing as they start getting ready to save Christine. Now trying to plan an attack, the bad guys realize that the good guys are there, and Mike suffers from another panic attack, unable to take his shot. Armando shoots up at one of the guards from under the dock, and Team Ammo then rolls out. We get a very intense shootout, and I live for this shit in these movies. They blow up one of the men on top of a building sniping. It's like Universal's Water World. Among the chaos, Mike sees his family in danger. Everyone here is his family, and they need his help. He springs to action after a vision of Captain Howard flashes across the screen saying it's not his fault. I also like Marcus slaps the shit out of Mike to get his head in the game, and I mean, don't want to be this person and make that connection, but maybe it's karma. Mike and Marcus get into it, walking and shooting, blowing the entire buildings up. Drones get involved and cars explode into swamps, and all of this is insane and ridiculous. Then Armando, Marcus, and Mike come stepping into place. The bad guys are trying to shoot down the drones, and in doing so, a statue of an alligator falls down, and this is all just crazy. I love this. Give me all the slow motion run and gun shots. I love it. Honestly, my favorite part, the plane flew into the building and knocked over a few of the bad guys. It's all just so wonderful and chaotic. This is what I want in Bad Boys. Christine is still hostage to McGrath, and in a dumb stunt, Marcus jumps to a glass platform that completely breaks and shatters with him falling into the water. And there's an alligator in that water, and it attacks Marcus as it should. And it's honestly one of the funniest setups. He calls the alligator racist, which is some shit I would do. Armando takes Judy's daughter to save her, and in doing so is attacked by a bunch of different men protecting her. Armando was spared like Mike was in the last movie. Now now seemingly a hero, he's set free into the world, and hopefully in the future of the franchise, he continues to be doing good things and be a good guy. But I mean, like Manny, DJ Khaled, he swore off criminal stuff too, and look where he went up. He's dead now because he was a bad guy again. I don't know. This franchise, people go back and forth a lot. I could see him being bad again. I hope he doesn't, but I could see it. The feds make it in, and thank God. McGrath has Christine and Marcus at gunpoint, and he makes Mike choose which one he wants to save. And then another very, very funny moment. The recalls to the beginning. Mike recalls when Marcus said one day he'll have to make a hard choice, and shoots Marcus in the bulletproof vest, distracting McGrath enough to shoot him a bunch of times, one time in the head, without a single panic attack. It was all confidence. All of this to which Marcus calls him a donkey, making light of the joke he mentioned earlier. And that's basically how Bad Boys ends. It ends with Reggie being able to cook chicken at the barbecue and being respected finally. And honestly, I really love Bad Boys Ride or Die. I think they played really well with the actors' ages as the franchise has been running since '95. You know what you're really getting with a Bad Boys movie, but that doesn't mean it's like any way, in any means, a bad movie. I miss these action movies that feel like John Wick, but meets Grand Theft Auto. And at one point, I had the same excitement with Fast and the Furious. I think Bad Boys has found their footing ages ago and know what they're serving and have laid a really good foundation for the future of Bad Boys, whether it's Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, Armando, or even Reggie becoming one of the next Bad Boys. Let me know in the comments how you felt about Bad Boys Ride or Die. Let me know if you even like the franchise or you like it as much as me. Me and my family love Bad Boys. Bad Boys for life. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lulu_Clemons. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.